My wife is here. But I thought that there was the right complement, of sexuality and a right complement of confrontation, the right complement of really good hard-hitting football. I think that what we were trying to do was to show the passion of the players. And again, and I said in my opening remarks, we thank the players for allowing us to really experience their game, and I think that's what was done tonight on television. I think that the viewer experienced the game. One of the things that Jesse really did well was not talk, and I don't mean that disparagingly, but there are comments that were made by coaches during halftime on the field, players on the field, in which you could hear what they were saying and the feeling they had, and so the announcers laid out. That was the first time you ever really could experience that from a fan standpoint. So we opened the game up, really, more than's ever been opened, to fans, and that's really what it's all about.
What about tonight's game did you see that's going to get a lot of younger people interested in the XFL?
Well, again, what you saw was an honest game tonight. You heard honest commentary. Our cameras and microphones, to our fans. You saw all the signs that they brought out. They're a really big part, of everything that we do. Jesse criticized, the quarterback's play, from New York. That was very honest. So you really felt and saw and heard a lot of honesty out there, which you don't get, in most other sports. It's, oh, thank you, and let's go down. Oh, no, thank you, and all that kind of crap. Everyone's real nice to each other. We hear it. I think that, from the hard-hitting standpoint, being inside the game, I think young people as well as old, I think the NFL audience, quite frankly, with the exception of the old farts, here in the media that don't like, just like things that are traditional. Other than that, I think that I think not just the young audience, but I think that the older NFL audience is really going to enjoy what we do, and quite frankly, they're going to say, geez, why can't the NFL be like this?
Vince, can I ask you, as a businessman, tell us how long this league has to be given a chance before we see how well the audience is reacting. I know you can't judge any league on the first week or even the second week, but how do you see this league developing as far as attracting the TV audience, which obviously is so critical?
Well, I think Dick can handle that. I mean, in terms of where we are, in terms of all of our budgets and things of that nature, we're looking pretty good, aren't we?
Yeah, and we also laid our money out over 2 years for this league. And we also set realistic targets for what we would do ratings-wise. I mean, we feel over the 12 weeks of the season, 10 weeks of the regular season, and 2 weeks of the postseason, we're going to fall between a 4 and a 5 rating on Saturday night, which is a great place to start. I mean, Saturday night is the one night of the week that none of the networks can get arrested. I mean, there hasn't been a hit there since Golden Girls, and most of the people who used to watch that are deceased.
And again, a reminder: this is a startup. This is our very first year, and we're going to make a few mistakes along the way, and when we do, big deal. So we get knocked on our keister, we just get right back up, dust ourselves off, and we'll say, okay, we won't make that mistake again. And we continue to listen to the audience, and that's what we're all about. We really could care less about the negative criticism from the media. We really care about what the audience thinks. So we will be listening to the audience, polling the audience, not necessarily reading the papers tomorrow, to find out what they think, what they like, what they want more of, or what they want less of. 10-week season and then the playoffs, and it's unique.
I think one of the things that was the most impressive for all of us tonight, though, having gone through these rehearsals 2 weeks ago, one of our biggest worries was, would we be able to handle all of this audio? We had 26 people mic'd, 24 players, 2 coaches.
My honest impression is that before the start of the kickoff of this league, that you did not do a lot of the major national press, and maybe you were ignored by some, and maybe some you turned down. Was that to avoid the old farts in the media, or was that planned? It seemed to be planned, and why? Could you explain that now?
Well, firstly, I'm real busy. First and foremost.
Me too.
You are a little busy. But you seem to do real well with the media and all the interviews. I enjoy confrontation, and don't back off of confrontation, be it physical or any other kind. I just simply enjoy it. So it's just a matter of how much time I have. I mean, World Wrestling Federation Entertainment and XFL, we work real hard. We have a real strong work ethic, and we love what we do. This was wonderful. We're thrilled. I mean, we have had a blast doing this, with working with Dick again, and and Basil DeVito putting this thing together in such a short period of time. No human could have ever done that except Basil. You know, and we've had, it's been a wonderful trip, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm not that difficult to find in terms of the media.
We're on to a
As
sold
Rock
out.
would say, just bring it.
We're on to a sold-out stadium in San Francisco in an hour.
Yeah.
James Dombrowski, Leader Newspapers, New Jersey. Would the ultimate compliment be the NFL, CBS, and Fox taking your rules and your technology and using them next season?
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Again, I don't know. We really don't care what they do. We're more concerned with what we do and how can we bring the fan even closer into this game and how can we exploit the reality television show that goes on a little bit better, you know, in terms of the game itself, and bring more entertainment as well. I didn't think, if there's a criticism that we were just talking before we came in of ourselves, I don't know that we brought as much entertainment into this vehicle as perhaps we can.
Well, the thing, too, to remember is, like I said, these players been in camp since November. Tonight's the first night they've been paid. So, they're, you know, these are the one foe you never defeat is Father Time. You've got a clock is running on you as an athlete all the time, regardless of what sport you're in. And if you're not playing in the NFL, where can you play? Your college eligibility's over.
Opportunity for the media as well. Opportunity for the media because there is no other football. We're it right now, for better or for worse from your standpoint.
Promised end zone dances, and we didn't really get much in that line tonight. First touchdown.
No, you weren't.
We
You weren't
saw
promised that. What you were promised, though, was
that you would
the freedom
encourage
of that.
them.
Okay. No, we promised you the freedom of that. Okay. That in essence, we're not going to have our thumb, you know, on a player, not penalize the player for doing an end zone dance if he scores a touchdown. There are no penalties, you know, like there are in the NFL for that. So, you know, we didn't say we promised it. We're not going to teach our guys to go bloody dance. I mean, we're going to get dance lessons, you know. I mean, no, you know, but the fact we didn't see much of that. By the way, in Orlando, you did see some of that. You also saw forward motion and everything. It's a reality show, okay? You don't go tell players, look, we really want you to dance. As a matter of fact, we want you to do 3 pirouettes over here, you know, in the end zone after you score next time. We don't do that.
Vince, let me add in. If that happened, then you'd accuse us of being the WWF. You've also got players who are going to run into the end zone, score a touchdown, and feel like they've been there before, so they don't have to do a dance. It's whatever comes to them, whatever emotion is in the player.